Welcome back to Good Day Columbia. Timer now is 8:12. It hasn't happened yet, but pretty soon WACH Fox is putting on the South Carolina Veterans Expo. This expo is a way to connect and honor South Carolina veterans. Please join us Saturday, May 9th at the South Carolina State Fairgrounds. There will be plenty of resources for vets and their families. And just all new this morning, the guest speaker for the day will be Kevin Schwado, the director of the South Carolina DMV. Now, he previously served as the Deputy Commanding General at Fort Jackson. The expo is presented by the Jeffcoat firm. So in preparation for the event, we'd like to highlight some veterans across the state. Joining us now is the South Carolina Veteran of the Year, retired Army Master Sergeant Major Alfonso Boyd. Thank you so much for being here, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you so much for your service, Veteran of the Year. That is so cool for you to be here. Take us back to the moment that you decided the military was for you.
Well, actually, it happened many years ago. I was about 17 years old, and my parents were not able to send me to college, and I just couldn't see working in textiles for the remainder of my life. And the military offered me a way out of the big city of Chester, South Carolina.
Chester, South Carolina. Okay, so why the Army and not another branch of the military?
Well, I didn't think that I could fly. I definitely couldn't swim the ocean. And I was used to having my feet on the ground.
Yeah,
so
I got you.
It worked for me. It worked. Everyone, all of the services talked to me, but the Army kept my boots on the ground.
Literally, there you
yes.
go. I got it. So speaking of boots on the ground, were you able to deploy over the years?
Absolutely. Overseas, Saudi Arabia, Korea, Europe. So out of 22 years of military service, we got to see some places, Greece, Japan, and many other places.
We have actually a video, some of your pictures when you were in the military here. We're going to show that. You remember that guy right here?
I know that guy.
Wow. So as you're reflecting on these images right here, here's one with you with a gun here laying down. So take us back to the times where you were literally fighting, not just for your family, but for us.
Wow. I hadn't seen those pictures in some time. You guys did your homework.
Yeah.
Well, with fighting for my family, but for us,
yeah.
It was simply a matter of doing the best that I could at the time, being all that I could be, to coin a phrase. Okay. Each deployment was an adventure. Each assignment was an adventure, and it required different skill sets and different adaptabilities. One of the things that I learned is that wherever I went, make that place my home. If I am in Korea, make it my home. I couldn't survive worrying and thinking about getting home all the time. I had to adapt and overcome.
That makes sense right there. What stands out the most for you? Is there one particular military assignment that you will never forget? I know there's so many, 22 years.
Yeah.
Is there one in particular that stands out?
Each assignment had a different objective, whether I was in school learning to jump out of airplanes, whether I was assigned as being a drill sergeant, training soldiers for combat, whether I was in an administrative function. All of it went for the good or the combination of the mission. And the mission, what was important at the time. So now my mission is being retired.
Being retired.
Yes.
I know you're enjoying that. So you returned to the big city of Chester.
The big city, sir.
The big city. And you started a program for high school students. Tell us about this program and how it's helping them link with the military.
Well, we retired in the state of New Mexico and started teaching ROTC, junior ROTC there, and received a phone call from the big city saying that we would like for you to come home and start a ROTC program, 2 ROTC programs. So we came home to the big city, started a program in Louisville and Great Falls high schools, and they turned out to be very, very successful. We're still wide open and going strong to this day. And as far as linking them to the military, the program, the JROTC program, is not designed to recruit. It is designed to motivate young people to be better citizens, to be better Americans. So you expose them to the military, and if it appeals to them, we still have a dynamic college interest program. So we definitely push them to go to college, to go to school, but the military is always an option. And since I was a product of Chester, South Carolina, you know, I was like the beacon of light.
Okay, I can see that. I can see that definitely. And for the final question, we have about 30 more seconds left. You know, you were named the South Carolina Veteran of the Year by the South Carolina Department of Veteran Affairs. What was your reaction when you found this out?
Knees buckle a little bit. I was very humbled and honored. Very humbled, because there's roughly 400,000 veterans in the state of South Carolina. And for me to be chosen, it's a blessing from God.
Thank you so much for being here. We really do appreciate it. And again, everybody, the WACH Fox Expo is coming up Saturday, May the 9th at the South Carolina State Fairgrounds. The expo is being presented by the Jeff Coat firm. We're talking 11 a.m. until 5 p.m. You don't want to miss it. And Good Day Columbia will be right back with a look at your out-the-door forecast.